Future for me is vibrant and remarkable and thriving, and one that includes everybody. And the the trouble is that I don't know if we're necessarily headed towards that future. But the irony of that is that I would argue everybody agrees that that's the future we all want. so why can't we work together and make that future a reality? Design plays a huge role in shaping this future. You could argue that design is the first signal of intention. A bad design signals a bad intention. A good design is one that is empathetic and understands how people interact within it, right? So to me, design is our solution to achieving this remarkable future. And what's exciting is we live in a world full of talented designers. So we need to redesign everything. In short, we need to redesign the world. Being a sustainability person, it's a full-time job to stay positive, especially on the outside, right? You want to portray to your clients and your colleagues that you're optimistic and hopeful for the future. And there are times when it's hard. it's hard to do that all the time. But on the other hand, I find that now in my old age, 30 plus years into this, I'm more optimistic now about the future than I ever was before. And maybe part of that is that, humanity's hit a rock bottom, and so we've got nowhere to go but up. Maybe part of it is that more people understand the urgency around these issues than ever before. But also part of it is I think people realize that they can take a role in creating this future, right? They have opportunities to participate in making this future a reality unlike ever before. And that's what gives me hope, and that's what makes me excited, and that's the future that I envision. You have to be positive, otherwise you'd be like sitting in the corner rocking in the fetal position the whole time, right? You'd be depressed. So it's in my talks, I always start out with the bad news. I always kind of show them, here's the current state of the climate crisis. And I do it at the beginning because in part I want to get it out of the way, but also because I want them to realize how urgent and dire it is. And then I build on that with, and here's the hope, here's the opportunity, here's what's exciting about redesigning everything. An action that one can do, you can do, and I can do, everybody can do, is I know that the climate crisis can feel overwhelming. I know that all of these global issues are almost intrinsic to a larger thing, right? It's bigger than all of us combined. So instead, choose one issue, choose one thing. Maybe it's something that drives you crazy. Maybe it's something that you feel that you could affect. Maybe it's something that you just have strong opinions about, but choose that one thing and then learn what you can about that one thing. Look at what other people are doing around that one thing. Watch videos, get involved, and then start to put out your opinions. We can't wait for you to feel ready or perfect. You might never feel ready or perfect. But the key to making change is taking action. Overthinking is underacting. So stop thinking about it and start doing something about it. And what's amazing about this is, and my entire life has been proof of this, is that when you stand in front of a group of people and you speak about something that you're passionate about, and you speak about it with enthusiasm, and you show people ideas and opportunities, they will be drawn to you and they will want to help you, and they will become your first clients and your first supporters and your first advocates. And your bit of impact will grow very quickly. That's what's most exciting, right? So just start. That's the best advice I think I could give anybody. Since we had the gathering in June, I've had a lot of thoughts about the event and the gathering. It's, I get to speak at a lot of conferences. It's very rare that one affects me so much. In part, the people were amazing, right? I met some just brilliant, smart, interesting, fun people. The discussions we had were kind of great, but I think I've been trying to think about it all summer of what was it about the Your 2040 event that was so different or unique. And to me, I think it was this idea that it was all driven on this optimistic belief that we can do this. I speak at a lot of conferences. I speak at about 100 conferences a year. It's two, it's a lot. It's two a week, right? And most of them are based on doom and gloom. Your 2040 was the first conference I can think of in a while that I went to, that we all went there ready to roll up our sleeves and do the work and make this future a reality. And that was remarkable and refreshing.